What is going on, everyone? It is TwinPlays here, back in another video. Hope you guys are doing amazing. So recently we just left off with a loading screen. Now you guys are probably going to love this video, and I mean love this one, because we got two things to talk about and they're all great news, and it's great. So amazing. Also, before we start this, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button and that post notifications. It means so much to me, guys, so feel free to go and do that for me, because that means a lot. And also join the Discord. It's in the description, and if you do, you know, we do a lot of stuff on there, and I help people out, and I actually just got help from someone, so I'll talk about that in a second. I kind of already knew about it, but I just wasn't in the time to just make it or fix it, but I was just like, okay, let's do that real quick. Now, yeah, right off the bat, guys, I'm happy you guys are here watching this video, and we're gonna get right into this. Now, the two things I want to talk about is there's been an update. Okay, now I know you guys are in love with these level overhead GUIs, and this one was selling pretty wise, and we had Fexies too. Now, go in the description and click this model, and if you already have it, just re-import it to Studio and it should be working. Okay, I'll let you know that we just fixed it. Some guy, I'll probably put the video in the description, just the fixed video, because honestly it was pretty simple, and I'm so happy they did that. It's fixed. You can just re-import the model. Don't grab Fexies. So if it's that one, don't grab that one, because he hasn't fixed it. Grab this one that I'll put in the description. But definitely this one, and then also, yeah, just watch that video. You know, you can see what happened. We didn't do the head. We did humanoid root part. That is like the chest and everywhere down there, instead of the head, because Roblox stupidest update, and why it broke, guys, it wasn't my fault, was because Roblox updated it where the heads were broken. I mean, if you're wearing a different head, then of course it's not gonna work. So that's the stupid update. So yeah, that's off the bat. Now, right off the bat, start this video again. Go in the description, grab this one. This is called the TOPBAR Vibe GUI bundle. Now, of course, you guys are probably like, wow, Twin, okay, what is this gonna be? I mean, some people know what this is already, some people don't. This is the new GUIs. Now, it's super simple, and I'm gonna talk to you guys how you can go through this, how you can change it, how you can do a lot of stuff, because there's a lot to go over. I'm kind of like shaking because I don't really know what to do. But go ahead, click this. Should say item home, and you're good, guys. You have all the models we need. Now, yeah, so we're here. We're done. We're ready. So you're gonna go to Toolbox, and you're gonna go to Inventory, and of course you are gonna grab that kit. And it's gonna load in right here. It's have three things in a folder. It's gonna say ungroup in certain places. So we're gonna add these in the right place. Starter player scripts is in starter player down there, and then we have the starter GUI, and you're going to delete that folder, and then I'm going to just ungroup, and then ungroup. Now I'm just going to quickly say, for some of these like GUI parts, for the settings, they're not going to work unless you have like certain things in your game. So make sure you have a sound and workspace for the music GUI part, and then also make sure you have the overhead. Now I'm not going to really test with it because I don't need it. I mean, actually, well, we'll do that in a sec, because I want to explain everything first right here, and then we'll add that in. But of course, we'll talk about that later. For now, so you guys are probably like, Twin, okay, what is all this stuff? Now in here there's a shit ton of stuff, mind my language, but this stuff I don't understand. You know, so in here, don't touch anything, okay? Now, this is the TOPBAR Plus. Now, I'm going to leave a whole page of references and how you can customize and what you can do. We're actually going to be looking at this video, so this is going to be a long video, guys, but we're going to show you what we can do and what you can do in this. But this is all the scripts you don't need to worry about. In themes, you can touch this stuff right here, and I'll be showing you how you can make your own theme and change everything up. But let me just like test this out and show you exactly what we have, because it's pretty sick. So let's do this. Okay, so of course you're like, Twin, where's the GUIs? Well, guys, they're all the way up here. Now, pretty sick, right? They're different, they're really cool, and you know, you can do whatever you want with them. Now, there's a few things, okay? So people are gonna be confused, you know, like, how do we want to do this? Do you want to have GUIs on the left right here and all of these up here, or do you just want all of them up there? So Currently, I want all of them up here because it's so much cleaner and it's so much easier. And as you can see, you can go up here. It has this really cool pop down, the colors, the names. So as you can see, it says V, open settings, B, C, N. So if I were to click M, it's going to pull up the thing. It's going to say opened. Hover it over. It has this cool text effect. But this is the dances, Now, for dances, guys, I'm going to be making another dance UI. Don't worry. I'm doing a whole separate video on that again. It's going to be with sound. It's going to be with speeds, all that cool stuff. This is just the normal version. I'll talk about that again later just to make sure you guys get that fixed. And then we have right here music requests, same as the original. Just put that in for you guys. And then we have right here the shop. This has the purple theme, of course, and this one I actually did customize, so the limited shop and the normal shop over here, you can buy everything you want. Pretty sick, you guys, right? It's pretty sick. And then we have the settings over here, and this is the real main part of this video is the settings. It turns overheads on and off. And then it has music on and off, and it does this really cool, icon GUI thing. So you see this infinite yield, that is because we don't have the overheads right now, so don't worry, it's not an error, it's just showing that there's an infinite yield, so there's nothing, we can't find it. And if we do have the overheads, it's not going to pop this in your thing, don't worry about it, it's not a broken problem. Now HD graphics, when we click it, it's going to do that little cool plastic part change, so that's for people who don't want HD graphics. So pretty simple. And then we have the boombox like normal, and then we have people. Now people do turn off, yes they do, and everything else is the same and cool, but really cool images and everything. I just think it's so nice and organized, so I love this. I just love it. So yeah, that's pretty much it for what we're doing and what we have, and I hope you guys do like that. Like I said, you can honestly just skip this video and go ahead and just put this in your game, or you can learn, but I'd recommend just doing it with me because you'll learn and disguise what we're doing. So we're actually just gonna go straight into the script part because this is like the main thing. Now in here is the settings top bar. Now this is for literally the whole thing. Now I could have done this a better approach by doing this all in one GUI, but I thought, whatever, you guys will understand it. But this handles the top part of it, and this handles the little icons. So in here we grab the icons, which by that we go into replicated storage, and we go into here, and we also grab the themes by creating a local by going into replicated storage and grabbing the themes. So all these themes, and these themes I'll talk about in a second. We also grab the started UI by going to the local player, grabbing their player GUI, and then we're going to get that frame from it. So I'll talk about the frames in a second again. So yeah, started GUI, we're just grabbing the shop GUI, settings GUI, all that jazz. And then we have a bunch of stuff. So this is the main code. It's not too difficult, right? Because they have it all in here. So in here we have the icon.new. So this is when we create a new icon. This is when we create a whole new little thing on the top corner. Now there's so much you can do, guys. Like there's so much you can do. You can set it in the right corner, the middle, the this and that. And I'm gonna show you guys a bit on the. Well, I won't show you. I'm gonna leave in the description of what you can do. Like otherwise, and it's your choice. Feel free to mess around with it. But either way, so right here we have a few things. And I want you guys to look at these because it's pretty cool and simple. We have now. Sorry. Yeah. Let's go into a second. We have the images where you can set the image right here, and then you have the deselected when it's it's closed, when it's open, it's selected, when it's hovering, you're hovering. Now this is the name right here, so if you want to change the name, feel free to do that. If you want to change how they open it on the keyboard, you can change this. And then right here's the theme. Now see how it says vibe gradient and this is blue gradient? That's because I want the shops that are like certain gradients colors. Then you can just click that. So the way to customize these is you actually just go into this themes over here, and I'll show you in a second. Go right here, go to vibe, and you can see how I have all these colors. See how they're kind of like this? That's the cool part of this. So what you can do is you can actually just copy and duplicate this. So let's say we want to make a red gradient, or no, let's say fire gradient, okay? You do that, create it in there, duplicate that, and then you go right here and just change these. So let's go, we'd go red, and then we'd go orange-ish, so like up there, orange, and then we go yellow, So we have that little fire kind of gradient, and then what it's gonna do is for the little colors on top and everything like that, it's gonna be that color. So that's basically what it is, and you change it right here. So vibe gradient, we'll change it to fire gradient. I'll just leave that for now because why not? And I'll show you how that works later. But that's pretty much it. All you need to touch in here is just that. You can just touch those. Don't touch anything else, in my opinion. Now for the websites, like I said, you can do them right. You can grab these. These are the best things to grab because they help out with that. And you can also just search it up on the Google how to use it and all the cool things you can do. Now this is a corner radius. You can just change it if you want, but it's just what the icon, if it's gonna be square or is it gonna be like round. So that's pretty cool. This is the caption, so when you hover over it, is it going to be settings or not? So settings, I put that. And then right here, we have the selected or deselected. So this is where we're tweening everything in and out. So as you can see, so this is settings. So we're going to go to Settings GUI. We have the frame, and it's out of the way. So right here, it's at position 0.1 and then 1 because it's out of the visible way. And right here, it's out already. Now, when they click it, so when it's selected, it goes up to this point. So right here, so I'll just copy this. Actually, we'll just go and change it. So it's going to be points. So we're going to go, what's going to happen is when they click it, it's going to come and bring it all the way to right here. It's going to do an animation. So now, if you are wanting to customize these, well, we'll do that in a second. So kind of talking about that, but like I said, it's moving it up there, back, and then you can put it back by just going down here and changing it to 1 again, but we'll just keep that out for now. But yeah, so that's just like the settings thing, but all of these are the same. So when you're creating a new icon, see how it's all the same? I just copied and pasted. That's what you do. Now for the shop, same thing. We got the icon right here, and we got this. We got the key code to B. We had the text like this, and like I said, guys, keep everything in the quotation marks, and just that's it. That's all you need. And then we have the music. Open music request is gonna be N, and that's it. That's pretty much it. Now for the icon image, these are a little stressful because I couldn't figure a way to just like get them right away. Now you could also kind of use this interface tools and grab these icons, and when you click it, it's just you can just grab this 9 number right here. But sometimes if they fail to load, guys, you're just gonna have to get an image online. But exactly what I'm trying to say is these icons, you can get them from that. So I'll leave this plugin in the description too. But pretty sick, right? So 9 number from there is just the ID, the image ID. That's it, and that's how you get the cool little logos. But that's pretty much it. And so like I said, tween in and tween out is what we're doing. So if you can see, like, these are all the same numbers, but it's always going back to 1 because that's out, but we're just bringing it up. That's basically it. Yeah, so that's pretty much it for that. Super simple. And like I said, if you're creating a new one, you can just hit Control C and then just enter and then put it all down there. Now there's a lot you can do with this, so maybe I will just show you right now. TOPBAR plus, and then we can go to right here, and I'll just show you how this works. So there's all this cool stuff. There's features, get started, API. So if we just go to features, I think this is probably it. Yeah, so this is where you can see everything. So labels, notice like right here, you can say 1. There's all these cool things. So deselected, menus. So this is where you can do menus and stuff. So guys, it's really cool. You can customize it all you want. Now I believe in you, and if you want to do something like this, I'd recommend just going to this website because this will help you out a ton. So that's pretty much it for that. Like captions, tips, that's what I had the tip for. Corners, see how I said the corner radius. Super cool stuff, and see how it's like in the middle. They have console support, all that kind of stuff. It's amazing. It's amazing. So I think that's just awesome. I really do. But yeah, so that's something to really look at in the future. But that's pretty much it for that part. So quickly talking about the part where you can customize these and everything. Now inside here, let's say for all of them, I'm just gonna open them up. There's only a few things, like there's frame, there's sound, there's all that stuff. So you don't really need to worry about anything. It's nothing crazy. But let's say you wanted to customize these. So for settings, of course, like I said, I brought it up already. So I just brought it straight up from the part. In here, there's the frame, and then there's all this cool stuff. Okay, we have the gradient, the images, the cool little parts of it, and everything like that. So let's just I don't know what you guys would also want to add to it. But if you wanted to make another one, see how it's all laid out? So you would basically just hit Control D to duplicate it, and then you would drag it right down there, and then you'd say button 6. And then, you can do whatever you want. So you can say certain text. So sorry, there's a text label in here. And you can say, let's say, whatever, random on. And that kind of jazz. And then we have the shadows and everything. It's really cool. And then, of course, image-wise, see how these images, I have all these cool little images. And you always have the ones on first because that's what we do in the script. I'm going to show you guys the script because it's really complicated, but pretty much that's what we do for that. So just duplicate that and then, do another one. And make sure to get the names right because you want to make sure that's, like, just there. So that's something cool about that. But, so we don't need to really worry about that for now. And then we have the pattern, and then you guys can change the pattern all you want by actually just using the interface tool thing too. So, like, if you find a different pattern you like, feel free to grab one of those and then just change the ID right here, so it's already set. Now gradient wise, it's really cool, so you can change this all you buy just going to the UI gradient in here, and then since we already did a fire, let's actually just make it a fire theme. So I mean, honestly guys, this stuff's so sick. Like I'm so happy I got this done. So isn't that just amazing already? So looks sick. That's the gradient for that. And then, music requests, all that stuff's all the same. Shop GUI, like I said, so I might just move them all up. So we'll go, like the same thing right here. We'll go 0.162. That's exactly what we're doing. Now, I'm going to show you quickly. So settings GUI is normal. So we're going to bring that back down. And I'm just going to, talk about the scripts in a second here. But let's talk about Shop GUI and everything else real quick. So in Shop GUI, there is all this cool little jazz stuff. Don't really worry about it. Inside here, we have the limited shop. So this is the buy button, and this is Game Pass image. This is the text. So if you're changing the text, you just go down here. If you don't want that rainbow theme, you can just delete the scripts in here. And then we have the Game Pass image, so just change the ID right here. Hit add image. See how I have all these different ones? So if I just clicked one, or I added another one. So let's say we're just doing one right now. So you say custom boombox, okay? And then for the buy button, this is the one you need to change. You need to go inside here and with the buy script, and this right here is when you have to put your ID from the Game Pass. So Game Pass IDs are actually pretty simple to find. They're just so I'll actually have one right here. So they're just in your game. You go to store and then you click this right here, and it's actually just this right up here. So that's the Game Pass ID, and then you put it right there, and there you go. Now you're gonna have to do that for every little single one of these guys. You can keep these images. A lot of people do keep my images out there, so because we all have the same thing, sort of. So, feel free to keep the images, but just make sure to go inside here. So now we're going to go to the outline frame. Where is it at? Am I just tripping? I think it's in gradient. No, it's not in gradient. Scrolling frame. Go in scrolling frame, and then you can just change these by going inside of them, changing the text, like I said, by button, changing the script. If you're adding a button, now we're going to go to shop frame 6. We're going to hit Control D, and then we're just going to we're gonna go like this. You're gonna hit control, hold control, sorry, go like that. There you go, and then you're good to add another one. Just keep the name, keep it organized, like I said, guys. Shop frame 7, and then change the scripts and everything, and there you go. Now if you need to keep going down scroll wise, I think you can actually just so delete that one again, go into scrolling frame, and I'm pretty sure you can just go down here where it says size, like canvas size. You can do that and change that just by a higher number, like a higher digit. So see how it like makes it bigger and longer. So pretty cool. But that's pretty much it for that one. So Shop GUI isn't really anything too special. Again, it's all the same. But I hope you guys love that Shop GUI. So that's that. And then for music request, another thing I guess I might as well just show you. If you have been here from the last videos, just don't worry about it. And yeah, you guys also, I forgot to say, just delete the other GUIs. Don't worry about them. So in request button, you just got to put the product ID. This is a dev product ID. Dev product ID, you're just in the game settings. Why did it save? I hate this thing auto saves like every 5 seconds. So you're going to go to game settings, and you're going to go to monetization, and then developer product, and then you just create an ID and actually just change this right here. So that's pretty much it. And then there you go. That's good and all. Also, like I said, guys, changing the the images, all that stuff. It's just your preference. Now, animation GUI. I don't want you guys getting confused because a lot of you guys are going to get pissed off at me. So, of course, if you do have an animation GUI from your last videos, from the last video, let me show you how you can add it. Okay, so this is the one we had. So we put it in starter GUI. See how it's on the side now? So in here, let's say you had that animation, okay? You know how we had the animation? So what I want you guys to do, I don't know why I have two of them. Oh, I did that in the last video. What I want you guys to do is grab that animation. So make sure you don't delete it because you guys are going to kill me. Grab that animation and bring it into here. Call it frame. Sorta. Yeah, call it frame, okay? And then what you're going to do is, you see how this position is different? You're just going to literally copy this position, grab this one, put that position down there, and there you go. That's it. Because you guys need to make sure you do that. Because if you are coming from the last videos and you have this animation GUI and you just delete it, you're going to have to report all the IDs. So anyone who's new, you cannot just straight up copy these like, you can't just grab this model and think the animations are going to work, because that's not how Roblox works, sadly. So, oh my god, that's too high. 100? Why did I go? Is it negative? Why is it negative? Okay, well, like I said, so in here, go to frame, go to pages, and then page 1 and all this stuff. You just go down here and change the animation ID. Go watch my animation GUI video, because that teaches you everything on how to fix this, how to add stuff. It's amazing, okay? Yeah, I'm just, be aware of that. So, yeah, that's pretty much it for the animation GUI now. I'll probably just put this back down at 1. Super simple again. Now, we're actually just going to talk about the settings GUI real quick, because that's the big thing. Now, in here, the scripts folder is everything. So, it looks like a lot, guys, and it kind of is. So, I just want to be aware of you. So, in here, we have a few things. We have services, local buttons, functions, all that jazz. So, first, we're grabbing the players. We're grabbing all the buttons by going to script.parent.parent, and then we're going to frame right here, and then we're grabbing all the buttons in here. And then what we're doing is we're grabbing the sound, this is the sound right here. We're grabbing the workspace sound by going to the game.workspace. We're setting visible to true. We're doing all these cache and shadow things, the players. We're creating tables, basically. We're doing players, array, sorry. Player, and then we're grabbing the local player, and then hiding is false. So there we go. And then we grab the images by doing the same thing again. Like I said, if you guys are adding, just literally just copy, copy and paste and just change the names. Super simple. So now we have a few things. We're going to talk about all the buttons. They all have certain meanings to them. For the music button, I had to put it at the top. I don't know why. I had them in order, but for some reason the music button wasn't working, so I just put it at the top, and I guess it started working. So we're going to button 5, of course. Button 5, which was actually the music button, and I kind of called it right there. And we're playing the sound that is right here, of course, because it makes that cool sound. And we're setting the visible to not visible. So if visible, so if they click it, then the volume's going to be 0. So that workspace sound, the music that they're hearing, is going to be 0. And then the music, that's the music like image, is going to be invisible. And then we're going to make the music off visible, okay? So it shows that it turned off, and then you have no music. And that's why we're changing the text too. And then if it's not visible, so if they click it again, then we're making it so they can hear it. And we're setting the music on to true, so they can see that it's on and the music is on the text. So that's pretty much it. Now it's kind of all the same with here. Now for the people button, this one's a little weird. I actually didn't get the script. I actually just had it from someone else. So sound play again. And now what we're doing is we're doing the hiding. So if not hiding, so it's kind of like visible, but if not hiding, okay, then people on dot visible equals false, people off. And so this is if they're hiding. It says if not hiding, but if they are hiding, then people, it's going to show that people are off, okay? And what we're doing is we're grabbing the players, okay, all the players from the game, and we're creating this array, and we're adding it to that, like, that array that we had, and we are basically just setting them to nil, so we're, like, deleting them, kind of, if that's right. So we're, like, putting the players into the table, deleting them, and then down here, see how it says right here, for loop? So right here, we're going to set it back to on if they click it again, and then we're grabbing the players and just, like, basically putting that array or not. So we're setting them to workspace, and then we're not setting them into workspace. So it's, like, weird. It's kind of weird how to say that. So Right here, we're putting them back to workspace, so they're back into the workspace, so we can see them. Right here, though, we're setting them into the table, so they're gone. They're just gone. It's kind of funny. I hope you guys kind of understand that. Now, down here we have the boombox. Now, guys, like I said, this only works for some reasons. So if tool name is equals to VibeBox, so make sure to change that if you have a different toolbox name. Then what we're going to do is we're going to look for the sound that comes from that tool. And if it does, if we find that sound, then we're going to check if they muted it. If they did, then, you know, we're going to set that sound to 0 and all this jazz. So, like I said, guys, it only works for certain boomboxes, so make sure to name that. And then also, honestly, just go look at my video to get that boombox. And then also make sure the sound is inside the handle of the tool, or else it's not going to work. That's just for the boombox. Now for the graphics, this one's pretty cool. So we're actually grabbing everything from the workspace. So like every single base part. So that's why we're looking at workspace right here. And so get descendants, so like get all the children basically, kind of. Then we're checking for all the base parts. So any part, if we find the parts, then we're grabbing the part materials and their shadows, okay? And down here, what we're doing, so if visible, then we're creating this for loop, okay? And we're doing all the base parts, like I said, and shadows, and we're setting them all to nil, so we're not going to see them. And we're setting the parts to plastic right here, and we're setting the cast shadows to false, okay? So this is where we're basically just making everything, you know, icky. And then we're doing that same thing with the graphics, and then again, if it is visible, I mean, if they want HD graphics, then we're setting them back to what we had at first right here. So this is like basically the original of what we have, and then this is the new, what we want it to be, and then we go back to this and make it basically this, and then we change it back to HD graphics on. So kind of weird to say that, guys, but this is original, this is what we put in, and then this is what we put in, okay? So we like set it to whatever. So this is like saying for core blocks, so headless, okay? We grab their original head, okay? So they have a head, and then, actually, we should say core blocks first because I never got to do it. But right here, we grab a core blocks and we grab their leg at first. But we're grabbing parts and their materials and their shadows. And then we're just keeping that in the storage, I guess you could say. And then right here, we're basically setting the parts to plastic and their shadows false. So just setting a new thing. But then right here, we're going back to this and doing it to what we had up there. So back to the original is what we're doing right here. So back to the original right here. Now, overhead function's a little crazy too. We just created a local function called turn overhead GUI off. Now, as you can see, I changed this to humanoid root part. So that's when I'm talking about the level overhead GUI. We changed it back to humanoid root part instead of head. So this should work. And then, of course, what we're doing is local overhead GUI equals the head, but you know, humanoid root part. And if overhead, then overhead enable equals visible. So if visible, then overhead on and off, that thing. And what we're doing is we're getting that turn off overhead part, so basically setting the visibility. And right here, it's when the player joins, they have the overhead on, and it's just kind of weird. Yeah, I don't know how to explain this one. I really don't know how I did this. I did this a while back, but we're basically giving the overhead on and we're checking if it is, and then we're basically turning it off. So kind of that's what it basically is with this function right here too. So yeah, you guys, I mean, that is a lot of scripting, but I hope that's enough and I hope it works for you guys. If it doesn't, please comment in the description. That's pretty much it for that. We're gonna test it out again. I'm just gonna like show you one more time, but like I said, go ahead and customize this all you guys want. Just be careful with what you do, you know, just make sure you don't break it. But you know, rather than that, I hope the level overhead GUIs are the best thing you guys probably asked for and fixed. But that's pretty much it. I'm actually gonna be doing another video soon here, more with new overhead GUIs, so they're easier with color commands, so you don't need a whole new script for it. And then I'm also going to be making another video on animation GUI, and that's probably going to be my last two. And then I have a bunch more people want, you know, because that's what they want. But I help you guys out. See, now it's weird because for some reason they don't stay the certain colors. But let's say like right here, so it does the fire color. But like I have to hover over again. So and sometimes they like don't go down, so it's kind of stupid. But as you can see, now it's set back to the orange. So that's pretty much that, and everything works. Just, you know, do what you want to do, mess around with it, and yeah, and see, it does that overhead because I don't have one right now. But yeah, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please comment, like, subscribe, and share. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Please leave me comments in the script in the comment section. Let me know how you feel. Sorry this video was pretty long, but it's really descriptive, and I want you guys to learn and understand what I hope understand. But yeah, and this stuff's crazy, so just don't really mess with it. Just do whatever you want, I guess. But make the new gradients right here. That's pretty much it for you guys. Yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Okay, bye.